Ladies, gentlemen, sleepaholics, we're here live at ICCC. We have me, your fearless leader, Sleeping Collectibles. We have Spacebuns over here to the left, and we have the one-man enterprise, Flynn Hendricks. Welcome, guys. How you guys doing today?
Fantastic.
Ooh. So good.
Whoa, someone's really excited to be here
know,
today.
Right?
So we're here, day 3, final day. It has been a wild con. We have got a lot of stuff done. We've met a lot of really cool people. My man Flynn here, especially, and we have seen some craziness out there on the floor.
Oh, yeah.
What are your guys' takeaways? What are your thoughts, Flynn? How have things been?
First off, I have to give a takeaway because I just noticed your Hypnotoad tattoo.
Yes.
And your Ah Real Monsters. I don't know how I haven't seen those all weekend. I'm taken away by that.
It's actually a Hypno Megatoad. It's got Kenny Omega hair and the Omega sips.
Oh, my God. Okay, yeah, okay.
Kind of metal.
Yeah.
But, man, this is... I may get some beef from the internet community on this, but this whole weekend has been like every Star Wars trilogy where it builds up to the third one being the best so far. Ooh. And don't get me wrong, day 2 last night, day 2 yesterday, it was wild, it was epic, I had a blast, but man, day 3 has already started off hot. I'm up here with you guys. Yeah. My biggest takeaway is just the community itself. Having fun, having people out there with things that I haven't been able to get my hands on. Oof. Now, somebody, I won't name names, beat me to a General Grievous Hot Toys, but I'm not going to point any fingers. But, I mean, I would also think, too, I found my people this weekend because I feel pretty comfortable saying we are the championship collectors, the triad of championship collectors, maybe.
Polish that off for the audience here.
What about you guys?
I tell you, some of the stuff that I've seen out on that floor has shook me to my core. There's been some serious heat out there.
Oh,
I've seen graded figures that I never dreamed I would see in person, let alone hold. I've had people hand me $10,000 figures this week, and I'm like, I don't know if I should be holding. It's like holding a baby. Yeah. Like, you don't want to drop it because then you're not getting any Christmas presents.
Right.
People are like, that's John. He dropped a baby once. We're not talking to him. Like, I know. I'm good. Wild stuff.
Dude, it's insane.
What about you, Spacebuns? What's your takeaway so far?
I'm just blown away at all of the old school vintage stuff that I saw this weekend. Like, I am like crazy over the boxes and how they all look dingy and like grungy, and like I love the boxes, and I saw so much of that, and I'm not used to seeing that anywhere else. So I was really blown away by that.
Yeah, we typically don't take in a lot of vintage stuff, so like dipping our toes in this week. We actually just bought an inbox sealed Ewok Village. We just took it out to the car. I have a speeder bike at home. I have a couple carded figures, but like we really kind of started picking up some stuff this weekend, and it's not something I was prepared for, I don't think.
It's a struggle to not come here and spend money. Let's just go ahead and put it out there right now. It's the ultimate struggle.
The $4,000 my wallet has lost this weekend can attest to that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's been wild. So have you picked up anything? Have you gotten anything out there?
Man, the coolest things for me, I picked up a few figures, especially some that have kind of been like in pre-order limbo because of the world we live in now. Yeah. So had them at a fair, great price out there, couldn't pass them up, went ahead and snagged them. Also made it a point to get both of the exclusive convention prints. Ooh. Because last time that, I was at this convention, or even some of the guests that were here, I was going as a guest, just to buy the ticket, meet them, get the autographs. So I had to get those, get the prints, and get them signed by these people because, like I said, the last time I was here, I was a fan. Now I'm here as a guest on stage with you guys, and I've been doing this all weekend. I had to get those signed and get them framed to go outside of my studio. So that's been the thing for me, just personal mementos.
Hey, what's your Instagram right now? I'll put it in the chat so everybody can have a look. We have 32 people in the chat right now.
It is at @the_Flynn_Hendricks, and Flynn is FLYNN. And if anybody can take a screenshot and hover over, I got a QR code to make it easy.
Ooh, we like that.
Even better.
Let me go ahead and pin that to the top of the chat so people
Cheap
can.
plug, too. Once you get connected, check out both of my podcasts here and keep up with my voice acting and wrestling endeavors.
Perfect. We're going to talk about those wrestling endeavors because I heard something wild happened last night.
Oh, boy.
We're gonna be hearing about that. What about you, Spacebuns? What's the favorite thing you picked up this weekend?
I can show you.
Oh, she getting fancy. Scooped up a little Ewok.
As soon as I saw it, I was like, well, I have to have that. And then I also just picked up literally, 25 minutes ago, I got an Ewok Village, a vintage
she did
Ewok
take my
Village,
Ewok Village.
and I had to have it, and it's awesome.
Can you also hold up that shirt that you bartered my buddy for? I got to give a
did.
cheap plug to my home haunt Nashville Nightmare.
I did. I saw his shirt. I said, dude, I love your shirt. And he said, do you want it? And I said, yes. So now I have a really awesome,
And not to hijack it
horror
all,
shirt.
but if you're in the Nashville area on May 13th and 14th, we're doing halfway to Halloween. Go to NashvilleNightmare.com for more details. Thank you.
She really just walked up to a guy and was like, I like your shirt. And he took it off and was like, take it. It's
gave
yours
it to
right
me.
now.
my
Yes,
booth.
he gave it to me. So.
Wild things happen in
Thank
this
you.
room.
Thank you.
Wild. So me, I've picked up a ton of stuff. I don't know. The car is going to bottom out on the way home. I don't know what we're going to do. We picked up an Obi-Wan Mythos statue from Sideshow. Looks gorgeous. Huge box. I actually had to take out my daughter's car seat and just like throw it out the window because there's no
Yeah.
room for it anymore.
Yeah.
It got blown away. In the
She's
storm
gone.
last
We have an Obi-Wan now. We're good. Got the General Grievous hot toy. We picked up an Ewok
Oh.
Village. Picked up
You spoke.
20 to 30 Black Series figures. There's going to be a pretty epic haul at the end of this. We weren't quite ready for that. We were blown
We
away.
were incredibly
And the
unprepared.
family here. Like,
Yeah.
when I'm talking to people and just being like, oh, I really like that. He's like, yeah, I've seen your YouTube channel. I know your TikTok. He's like, I'll knock $20 off for you. And I'm like, what? Dude, you don't have to do that. I'll pay full price.
Say no more, fam. I got you.
Yeah, it was very, very cool. So we've definitely met a lot of friends. We've met a lot of people we really enjoy, yourself included.
Thank you. Thank you.
And speaking of
Yes.
you, I want to dive into this thing last night. So
Okay.
last night,
Oh, goodness.
we attended the Pensaback Live here at the ICCC stage. That might have been too many C's there.
I do it all the time. Yeah.
We were here on the
Oh.
stage watching everything go down, and you and Mr. MCE had a little bit of a confrontation here. Why don't you go and tell everybody about that?
Well, it all started because these guys, they thought they were cool. They thought they were funny. They bought things that I wanted to buy. They beat me to it. So there was some natural beef there. And me being the constant salesman that I am, constant shill that I am, if I hear it's going live, why am I not going to try and interject myself into the situation?
It's very heelish of you.
Very much so,
It's
because
very smart.
I'm back there with one of the longest tenured titles in Kentucky State history, over 25 years of heritage right here. I've got that in the room with me. I've got a world title that I competed twice for with me. I've got one of the junior heavyweight titles from Music City here that I won. Why is the attention on them and not me? I'm back here, I'm doing things for a good cause, and here they are drinking on stage, talking about all this stuff they bought, and I was a little offended. So what do? I come up here and try and stake my claim, try to make the show entertaining, and one of them gives me a stunner.
Yeah.
A stone cold stunner
A
live.
stone
Yeah.
cold stunner. I was stuck with my feet over my head with whiplash from that. And then what happens when I finally get up? Well, I guess I probably should have kept my mouth shut. But then a child comes up and tries to play with me, and then she knees me below the belt.
You took that like a champion.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah.
I was assaulted, but
It was fun to watch. I'm just going to say.
And it was for a good cause.
it
Yes,
was
it
for a
was.
good cause because it did help go to the Nashville Humane Society, and that donation will be made after this weekend is over and day 3 wraps. So I can't really say that it was worth it 100%.
Definitely.
And those guys had a blast. I had a blast. And everybody watching had a blast. Thank you to everybody that watched it. Thank you to everybody that followed me after the fact. And I actually had people that were at the con that had left for the day calling me on the way to my truck last night asking what happened because they thought something like we got into an altercation. And I was just like, I don't want to ruin the magic for these people. But I also don't want them to think that these guys are complete douchebags either.
Hashtag kayfabe.
Exactly.
We're going to stick it
That's
through.
it.
It'll be okay. That was really, really fun, though. I really enjoyed it. It's probably one of the highlights of the
It
con for
was.
me.
It was.
It felt real too. That was the biggest thing. I was like,
his ego's big
I was
enough.
like,
We don't need it.
wait a minute. I was like, is this real? Is this okay? Okay, this is actually happening. I was very, very blown away by it.
Let me put this in a perspective, just on a personal level. For me, I've unfortunately gotten in fights with fans because I take being a heel very seriously, and I've had the cops called on me as recently as this year. I've had fans try to fight me again, try to do damage to the building. That tops all that because it was so fun. It was so spur of the moment. And I hate to say it, but landing on that floor was much softer than landing in a wrestling ring. How does that work? But yeah, I mean, it was a blast. So I'm glad those guys had fun with it too, and I'm glad everybody was entertained by it.
That's very. What made you get into wrestling? How'd you start this journey?
I was always the fat kid in middle school and high school. Wasn't cool to like stuff like that. I'd gotten into wrestling in like 3rd grade, fell away from it, came back around the time of The Rock and Hulk Hogan in 2002.
Ice cream.
Oh!
Yeah! Woo!
Hey, wait a minute, Cloud City's that way. But no, there was
want
this
some ice cream.
I
iconic
was gonna say I wanted some ice
like,
cream.
I want some
know,
ice
right?
cream.
They move so quick.
soft serve, please.
Chocolate.
There was this iconic match with The Rock and Hulk Hogan. Got to go to the Judgment Day pay-per-view after that. Watch The Undertaker win the title, despite that horrible choke slam to Hulk Hogan. But, you know, I was just hooked after that. Got connected with Coco Beware because he was a family friend. And then I saw the Shawn Michaels Kurt Angle match at WrestleMania, and
That'll do it.
brother, you couldn't dissuade me one way or another.
That is really good. That's very recent
Yeah.
too. I wouldn't have pegged you for.
Yeah.
I thought you seem so experienced and good at this. That wasn't that long ago.
No, and it's crazy to say, but time has no meaning anymore.
Yeah,
it
you're
really
not
doesn't.
wrong.
I feel this weekend flew by. I understand that. I feel like it's been one day, but it's
Yep.
been 4 almost now.
You ain't kidding.
Ugh. Now back to the con. Let's get back
Yeah,
into this just a little bit. So when we first walked in the door, those droids at the door that greeted us. How
Oh
cool
my
are those
God.
droids?
I want one for my house.
I need the Mickey Mouse one like now.
She's about the size of one. I've tried to convince her to crawl inside of one, and maybe we can just like
Just
sneak
take
it,
it
out a little
home.
bit.
Yeah.
If Yoda could do it, you could do it.
I could do it.
He did
I
it.
would do it.
She's got pointed ears. She
Yeah.
might be confused for Yoda. We can paint him green.
Yeah.
We'll make it work.
I'm down.
I'll cause a distraction. Somebody stun me in the lobby.
Somebody
do it.
stun you in the lobby. Oh my gosh, we got lots of questions in the chat already.
Oh, man.
Hambone wants me to show the pickups. I can't. They're all in my car right now. I can't.
I see one. Thoughts on Otis?
Ooh, we're not going to talk about Otis here publicly. Not in front of all these fine folks. They don't need to be dissuaded by that. We're not a big Otis fans here at Sleeping Collectibles.
I think we actually have a live question out in the
Oh.
crowd.
Oh,
question.
even better.
So every wrestlers all have a different personas. If you could have one that's based on Star Wars,
Ooh.
All right, I know this one already. I know. I would be a Hot Topic manager Kylo Ren type, where I would just complain about my booking and I'm better than this, and I would just constantly stomp my feet around the ring, but I'd also be really good. Like, I'd just be like, I have all this potential to be the greatest of all time, but yet I'm angry because the mat's blue. Like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm mad. It's my destiny.
I'll let the lovely lady go next.
Oh, I'm not sure. I mean, I don't know. I love Ewoks, so I don't know. I don't know what I would do with that.
Can you just follow me to the ring, and as I complain, you just yell "yub nub" and just stomp?
Yes.
behind
I mean,
me?
look,
See,
look,
that sounds great.
Coco Beware had a mascot. The British Bulldogs had a mascot.
See?
Jake the Snake. There's your mascot.
I would be.
Did you just
I
call
would.
her Matilda? I can see it.
I would be a
I
great
wasn't going that
mascot. Yeah,
You said it.
that's
But-
true.
All right, you.
I would literally be just a bounty hunter. I would go to the highest bidder, the highest promoter that paid. Pay me to be good, pay me to be bad. Just pay me, I'll get the job done.
Ooh, I like. Another question says, have we seen the infamous, the notorious Joey the Padawan Collector? And we have. We actually did an interview with Joey. Joey's been here a few times. You guys will probably see that really,
I think
really
we got
soon.
pictures with him and stuff
We
too,
did.
didn't
We
we?
did. We've also seen
Yeah.
Junkman. I see Blue
Absolutely.
Harvest asking about Junkman there. Saturday Morning Comics, Cade is asking me if we've bumped into back of the cereal box.
Right behind
Right
The
us.
behind
one
us.
time he's not in this room, I'm talking about him.
And oddly enough, they have a fellow wrestler with them.
They do.
Yes, they
Where'd
do.
they go? They just
I
disappeared
don't
on us
know.
there.
They knew we were giving them a cheap plug and left.
Left Coast Graphics wants a shot at your title.
Which one?
Ooh, Left
Which
Coast.
one?
Which one? He makes some crazy pins. If you guys haven't checked out Left Coast Graphics, he does a lot of Kenner-inspired Star Wars pins, and they look phenomenal. I have
Yeah,
a few
they
of them
do.
at my house. Really, really good.
I see a question.
Darth Blaze wants to know if we've bought any Mythic Legions. We have not seen any Mythic Legions. There was some given away last night. One
Yeah.
of the
Right,
podcasts
yeah.
on stage gave away a few of them, but we haven't seen any for sale otherwise. Mostly
Yeah, I
Star
haven't
Wars stuff for the most part. Blaze is very excited about those Mythic Legions. All right, let's see what we got here. What else? Thousandth Ghost wants to know more about Tales from the Haunt.
Oh, yes.
Oh, okay. Good question.
Yes.
That is actually a podcast that I started with my friend, co-host, and engineer, Just Jeff, who's actually wandering around the con right now. We're both scare actors, so hence the cheap plug for Nashville Nightmare earlier. And we just wanted to talk about what it was like to be a scare actor, having an everyday life, and then going into haunt season where you pretty much work 7 days a week for 3 months or however long at a time. Sometimes you don't get a day off. Last season, I worked 70 days straight without a day off. and I had bags under my eyes. I was tired, but I loved it. So we wanted to talk about what it takes to be a scare actor, what it takes to be somebody that runs these attractions, and how you can get into it and how you can get involved. And also, we've come to find out that a lot of these scare actors hated haunted houses before they got involved. So we want to know how that works. How were you so scared that you wanted to have a job here now? So go check it out.
All right, let's wrap this thing up with one last question from everybody. Coldbane Games, who is really close to 1,000 subscribers, by the way.
Get him over that mark.
Really
Yes.
really great friend of mine. He wants to know, what has been the most exciting moment? What has been your con moment for the year that you'll take with you?
That would be earlier today. Man, I got a 1 and a 1A. I can't decide on just one, but interviewing Anna Graves for the I Know You Hear Me podcast, and then also last night taking the stunner, getting kicked by a child, and doing it all for a great cause. Those were my two for the week.
It's not often that getting kicked by a child is on your highlight list.
Well, I mean,
Throwing that out
my
there.
kids can't kick that high yet.
Spacebuns, you highlight?
My highlight. So I was at a booth this weekend, and they were selling lightsabers, and they had a very, very nice Sailor Moon lightsaber that Sleeping kept trying to get me to not.
Keep going.
Kept trying to get me to not walk to. So anyways, I'm standing here with this saber, and I was talking about buying it, and this girl came up, and she really, really, really wanted it, and they were like, well, you need to fight her for it. And I was like, I'm a friend, not a fighter. You can go ahead and have the saber. And I gave her the saber, and when that happened, I ended up getting a free saber because I was, I guess, genuine and nice and was like, this girl can have it.
That's very cool.
So that was really awesome.
And the whole con experience for me, I don't know if I could pick one. It's just been a ton of fun. And I want to send a great shout out to ICCC here in Nashville for
Yes.
having us out, for putting this
Thank
on.
you.
It's been an amazing time. You guys have to get out here and check it out.
Michael Havens did a fantastic
He really
job.
did. And I got to send thanks to Jim, our man in the booth. He's been running this thing and holding it down, making us not sound like weebs up here. We've
Oh,
been
yeah.
Thank you.
feeling pretty good about it. So we're going to wrap it up. And plug what you got real quick. Throw me a 10-second plug.
Guys, I'm on all social media and YouTube, Instagram, all that fun stuff, and podcasting platforms. Got tongue-tied there. Just go to Linktree/TheFlynnHendrix. Everything is all in one nice place. Get subscribed, do the shout-outs, have some fun, enjoy the quality entertainment.
And you guys know us. We're Sleeping Collectibles and Spacebuns, at Sleeping Collectibles on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, all that fun stuff. Come check us out. Come hang out. That's it. That's
And
what
I
we
know
do,
you
guys.
hear us.
Bye.
Ooh, that was nice.
This summer, saddle up in Smashville as the Music City hosts the hottest party of the summer, WWE SummerSlam Nashville. For the first time ever at Nissan Stadium, a little bit country, a little bit rock and roll, a whole lot of kick-ass. WWE SummerSlam, Saturday, July 30th. Tickets on sale now.